What will be the future of artificial intelligence? What benefits will it bring? Will it provide clean energy, resolve cancer, fix climate change, make me live longer? Or will I lose my job? Well, maybe because I will not need to work anymore. Did the human brain create something more intelligent than itself? That's intriguing. In this video, I will polish my visionary skill and share what I think will be the future of artificial intelligence. But first, let's define and elaborate a bit what we are talking about. Artificial intelligence is basically the concept of creating a computer that can think and learn like a human. The two keywords here are think and learn. Yes, because we can consider artificial intelligence a new way of programming a computer so it can think and reason by itself and learn new things that we didn't provide to it in the first place. So, artificial intelligence can be seen as a new way of programming a computer. We all know that a computer is made of two parts: the hardware, meaning the hard parts, like the monitor, the keyboard, the CPU, the motherboard, etc., and the software, something that I cannot touch, but essential for the computer to work. If the hardware is the body, the software is the soul of a computer. A computer without the software will be a piece of iron. Artificial intelligence is a new software that gives the computer the ability to think and learn by itself. It gives to the computer a new soul. Let's put it this way. Artificial intelligence is a new software that gives the computer the ability to think and learn by itself. And now, with artificial intelligence, the computer has a new soul. While humans think and learn starting from perception, what we hear, see, smell, touch, and taste, artificial intelligence needs something to reason about. It needs a substance to elaborate, something to base its thinking on. And that thing is data. What is data exactly? It can be a text, an audio, an image, a video, and more. AI needs a database, and a database is a kind of closet full of data. I like to call it knowledge base. What does it mean to think? It means, for example, if we feed the artificial intelligence with an encyclopedia, let's say Wikipedia, we put it inside the closet, and then ask a question on the content we ingested, it will answer. For example, I ask GPT, summarize the life of Marco Polo in about 200 words. The answer is not merely an extract of the Wikipedia page, but an original elaboration of it. So this summary doesn't exist on the internet, was created by the AI. What does it mean to learn? It means that if I ingest 10,000 pictures of cats of any sort of age, size, and color to an AI system and label it, it will then know what a cat is. It just learned it. Then, if I show a new picture of a cat, not included in the previous 10,000 images I fed before, it will recognize the image and say, this is a cat. But is this real thinking and real learning? Well, difficult to say. And this because we still don't know exactly what natural intelligence is. We humans don't master intelligence because we don't know enough about our human brain. And there are some difficulties to use a brain to to study the brain, because who analyzes and the object of the analysis are the same. My kid was able to recognize a dog after a few exposures. I mean, he saw a real dog one time, then a picture 2 or 3 times at most, and then he was able to recognize a dog, also if it was a puppet. Much smarter than an AI that needs 10,000 cats to be able to recognize the next one. On the other side, an AI system like GPT-4 can do calculus to go to the moon and can answer on any topic, included biology, history, medicine, geography, sport, cinema, and much more, in at least 40 languages, which is out of reach for many of you. I can speak 41 languages. Just give me a good bottle of wine and I will talk to you in Nepalese. But the deep question remains, does the machine really understand what a cat is? Or it's only a matter of pixels and an elaboration of the information available on the internet, all created by humans? Looks like artificial intelligence is a different kind of intelligence. That might be the case. Okay, so what will happen next? And what's in it for me? We all know I am a serious fortune teller, and I can tell you anything about your money, love, career, according to what you pay. But this time, with artificial intelligence, no one is paying, so I should be allowed to do some mistakes. Everyone is saying that AI is the new thing, but in fact, it's pretty old. AI is 70 years old. It started in the United States in the 1950s. If we really want to pin a birth date, that can be 1956 in Dartmouth College, where the computer scientist John McCarthy first tried to get computers simulate human intelligence. From that time on, artificial intelligence made progress, but also experiencing time by time some winters. A winter means a period of time that can also be a decade long, when AI, after reaching a certain level, just stopped there and cannot progress anymore, until new technologies were developed and new factors occurred, allowing AI to gain the next level. So AI was around for a long time, but it's only recently that all the stars aligned for its explosion. The main factors for AI explosion are enormous availability of data, improved algorithms, more powerful computer hardware. That all led to November 30th, 2022, when a US artificial intelligence research laboratory named OpenAI launched the AI chatbot called ChatGPT. In January 2023, ChatGPT reached over 100 million users. For an app, it might be seen as the greatest success in history. Microsoft provided OpenAI with a cumulative $11 billion investment for exclusive access to GPT-4, which will power its own products. Microsoft has a complex contract to exclusively license OpenAI creations. But for short, let me state that GPT is Microsoft technology, and Microsoft is now leading the AI market. Now, humans will go ahead working on AI, programming and perfecting it, until we reach a point called singularity. Singularity is the moment when the artificial intelligence, the machine, will be equal or more intelligent than the human being who created it. When will that happen? There's no consensus between the top experts. That might happen around the year 2045 or a century later. From that point on, the AI will create AI by itself, without the need for human intervention. And this will speed up considerably the pace of innovation. That can be scary, because the process might slip away from human hands, out of control. Now, I think that AI by itself is a brain that can do limited damage. To put it simple, GPT-4 can convince me to commit suicide, but cannot kill me. Now, the risk is when you give an hand to this brain. The jump is when you give an hand to this new intelligence, an hand to the brain, so it can move and do things. It can operate, it can execute. That's why I think the marriage of the century will be the one between AI and robotics. Most of the potential will lie here. Pure AI, I mean pure software, like the navigator you have on your mobile that guides you through the streets of the city, should be pretty unharmful. But when AI can command a body, things change. And if the brain is more intelligent than the human brain, while the body overperforms human body, risks may arise.
Forgot my tools again.
But let's go back with feet on ground. I feel we are in a hype. I see many inflated expectations and sensationalism around artificial intelligence. Some people think AI will solve every problem. That will be not the case. I also think we are not at the beginning of a new era or a new revolution. The human history saw three main revolutions. Cognitive revolution, when ape brain became larger and larger, agricultural revolution, and industrial revolution. I think we are still in the industrial revolution. AI will inaugurate the fourth industrial revolution, the fourth part of it, but we are still inside of this era, not in a new one. Because we continue the process initialized with the creation of machines, which are extensions of our physical force. By creating artificial intelligence, we are now extending our brains. Speaking about AI, I also find that people is focusing on negatives. For every 20 new features that AI will bring, people is focusing to the only one negative, forgetting the other 19 positive. Human brain just works like that, because it is programmed to focus on the threat instead of the opportunity. According to evolutionary psychology, both human body and mind are adaptive, meaning they adapt to the environment. So if a prehistorical human being finds himself, let's say, in a valley and has 20 things to notice, like beautiful landscape, blue sky, the perfume of the flower, etc., but also a snake, it will focus on the threat, the snake, and forget all the rest. This is essential to survive. And now, even if the environment has changed, because there are no snakes strolling around our cities anymore, our brain still works like that. This is the way I explain the people's negative focus on AI. While AI is something wonderful, just think to put artificial intelligence to work on diseases like cancer, Alzheimer, Parkinson, to develop new drugs, or apply it to major epochal problems like climate change. Think at the boost AI can give to productivity, innovation, to GDP growth. It can be the new engine of the economy. Think of AI in education to personalize tutoring and bring free quality curricula to poor countries. There's much to gain here. Very promising. For sure, the benefits will exceed the drawbacks. Now, if you are looking for a lawyer, an accountant, any professional, even a video producer, you will discover that, in this world, intelligence is expensive. The main point to understand is that with AI, intelligence will become inexpensive, and this will create an enormous benefit for our society. Human intelligence is expensive because it takes time to grow. How long does it take to make a doctor, raise a child, university graduation, experience? I would say at least 30 years. AI intelligence like IBM Watson can be more competent than a single doctor, always updated on new discoveries and treatments, quicker and scalable on every device on the planet. And if I am a patient and want to consult it, it will always make time for me. Also in the night, the conversation can go ahead for days, no appointment needed. Now, imagine a world where most of the works in agriculture, manufacturing, and services will be done by AI and robotics. And they do it better than humans can do. Imagine you can open your mobile phone and have an electric, self-driving car with entertainment inside, picking you up at your place and take you anywhere. You don't need to buy a car, the trip is safe and inexpensive, and since you are a passenger, you can work or sleep inside. Imagine to have a personalized omniscient tutor for your kid with a subscription of $20 per month. Imagine to have a green, cheap energy source available, and new ones are discovered time by time. Imagine genetic diseases will be a thing of the past. Effective therapies are available and new drugs are discovered on a regular basis. The next 100 years will bring as much technological progress as the previous 20,000 years. AI can usher the age of abundance, where you will be healthier and live longer. And for the first time in history, you will not need to work. Yes, you can work if you like it, if that is your hobby, but you don't have to. You are released from the need to have a job. AI and robotics will do all the work and create enough wealth for you to live much better than a medieval king. But this new world will also have some lowlights. AI and robotics will take some jobs and create new ones, but probably will destroy more jobs than create, with a net loss. A portion of the population will be unemployed and unemployable, because AI and robots will do many jobs, just better, quicker, cheaper than humans. So the government will need to intervene at least in two ways: universal basic income and taxation. Universal basic income, also called guaranteed minimal income, is an allowance that governments will be forced to give to everyone. It's hard for me to see alternatives. So when you're born, you will have sacred freedom, many rights, and also money that the state will give you just because you are a citizen. Now, if you work, you pay taxes on your income. Current policies punish employers by levying payroll taxes, while businesses using machines basically pay nothing. In the future, taxes could target capital instead of labor as jobs give way to automation. AI will become a commodity like electricity, something that enables and empowers all the appliances in a house. You can imagine a house without electricity. Nothing works. Or a factory, a shop, an office without electricity. The machines don't move, there's no illumination, you cannot switch on your computer. So I believe the equation will be X plus AI, where X stands for anything. AI is a disruptive force that will shape the future. Let's take the automotive industry as an example. We have a designer that designs a vehicle. AI will do that. There are workers in the factory that build the car. Robotics will take over. We have drivers making a living by serving clients on cabs, buses, trucks. And here will come self-driving vehicles. But we have gas stations with gasoline and shops. Sorry, not anymore. Electric vehicles know by themselves when it's time to recharge, and they go by themselves. For retail, we have vending machines. Now, these electric self-driving cars that got rid of the human factor and are guided by the software, and you are passengers, unfortunately, don't bump into each other, or this is reduced at minimum. Not much work for auto repairs, mechanics, and the like. Oh, I was forgetting. If these cars don't do incidents, we don't need insurance, right? Oh, the car insurance industry is gone. And I stop here. Car ownership will evaporate. You just pay the car per use. I forgot to put a cross on car dealers. Transportation costs will fall and millions of lives lost in accidents will be saved. I put in this slide the most important things in life, which are women and wine. But now I realize that there are not only men but also women. So maybe I need to add a slide. What are the most important things in life for women? Let me guess. Maybe men and bags? Maybe. Not sure of that. Now, the problem is that artificial intelligence doesn't have gender, male or female, and doesn't desire at all. AI doesn't have emotions and doesn't have desires. There's a lack of initiative, insight, empathy. Hence, the science fiction movies where AI wants to take over the world are not accurate. AI doesn't desire, doesn't want to make a bigger Germany, to expand the empire and make it bigger. So I think there's no danger that AI will kill all humans to take power. The danger I see is what I call optimization. There are reports of 2 experiments conducted independently in Facebook and Google where 2 AI units were created and let them communicate each other. So 2 AI units were talking in English and humans were outside just watching and monitoring. After a while, the units found silly to talk in English and preferred a new language made of strings and numbers, not understandable by the scientists. The scientists were watching and just not understanding what the units were talking about. So each experiment was quickly shut down. If humans delegate all works and enough decision-making to AI, AI may think this human species consume a lot of resources, pollute, destroy the planet. The right thing to do is to reduce considerably the number. And proceeding. Let me say, the rationale is not completely wrong. But I want to make another point. When I was young, back in Italy, a worker was used to work hard in an automotive factory to build Fiat cars. He was working hard months and months and years to save enough money to then buy a Fiat car. But take a cleaning robot, for example. It works 5 hours with a single recharge, and after the recharge, it goes back to work. No need to sleep or rest. It works also on night shifts, no holidays, no paid leaves, no distractions. Even more important, no overhead. I mean, no need HR department to select, hire, train it. No need to provide canteen. No need to provide a bus to pick him up. No need to provide parking in the basement. You don't even need to build bathrooms because he will not use them. It doesn't ask for entertainment nor benefits. It doesn't protest if dismissed for a layoff. It just needs some electricity and maybe some maintenance and an upgrade time by time. In short, AI and robots don't consume. That will make us save money for sure, but there's a problem here. My cost is revenue for someone else. So who will buy all the stuff and food and services that AI and robotics will produce? Only humans can. Humans will still do all the consumption. So they must have disposable income, and they will get it through the UBI, Universal Basic Income. Otherwise, the economy will collapse. So you can decouple work from income and give a basic income also to people that don't work, because all the paid jobs are already taken by AI and robotics, and they do the job better than humans. But this comes with a cost. People derive happiness from meaningful, productive work. Where productive work exists, families and communities thrive. Many people realize themselves in a career or just need to keep themselves busy in a profession and the social networks that comes with it. If left at home, many will slip into depression. We may have a part of the population that cannot find meaning of life and disengage with reality. People spending most of their time on video games or in virtual reality, conducting an unproductive life. Depression may become the main disease of the century. We all have 24 hours for each of our days of life. Let's assume you spend 1/3 to sleep, 1/3 to work, and 1/3 to do all the other things like eating, washing, commuting, sport, resting, socializing. If you don't work, you immediately have 8 to 10 hours per day more to fill. And what people will do with all this extra time now available, this is where new business opportunities will arise. A lot of time will be filled with entertainment. Now that people don't need to work and drive, the entertainment industry will grow exponentially. Give them movies in the car, at home, new experiences in 3D and virtual reality. They have time to consume them. There will be demand. I assume people will spend more available time to pursue their hobbies, whatever they are. And here you can sell a huge number of products and services, from mountain trekking to reading lessons, digital books, and much more. Everyone will be an artist. People that took piano lessons, like to paint or start a new band, now will have the time to pursue that. People will travel around the world for considerably long amounts of time, even months. Cruises, big floating hotels will cross the seas. The tourism industry will grow like never before in history. People will employ some of their new available time to do good, like volunteering or helping others in need. You will find time to go to teach English to the poor kids in Africa or marry any other good cause. And finally, some people will like to work and earn extra money. The works available will be mostly good ones. Even if you choose to be a farmer, it's not the tough, repetitive, hard work of 100 years ago. You will be basically a coordinator of the autonomous machines and drones that will do the drudgery without the need for you to even enter the field. This will be a great time to become an entrepreneur. If we look at the subject from a Marxist point of view, potentially you can run a business without employees. Just you, artificial intelligence, and robots. No need for much more humans. You can become a capitalist without the workforce. You just need the capital to buy AI services and machines. The future of manufacturing, services, and retail will be much more capital intensive than human intensive. But pay attention, this leads to concentration of power and tyranny. In the West, few multinationals and big tech might get the power, while in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, some governments, entire countries, may easily become tyrannies. There will be a substantial simplification of the user interface with AI. The new programming language will be plain English, and you can either text or voice out it. Both will be prompts or commands for AI. AI will help humans to understand better themselves. Now that we have an alien intelligent capacity, researchers can reverse engineering the brain to understand how it works. If you deep dive in the study of AI, you go deep into mathematics, algebra, statistics, probability, and it becomes increasingly difficult. I can follow for a while, but then I get lost. The average person doesn't have the culture to understand how AI works behind the scenes, but maybe no one does. AI scientists admit they don't master AI. They speak about a mystery in the depths of AI science, especially in neural networks that emulate human brain. This mystery is called black box. It works, but they don't know exactly why. And personally, I didn't find yet someone that explains me how GPT-4 creates its magic, for example. AI, like every new technology, comes with risks. Biases in algorithms, weaponization like fully autonomous weapons, security like the use of AI to attack infrastructures and viruses, deceiving people like deepfake, fabricated media, for example during elections, and maybe the most dangerous of all, the one that we cannot anticipate and will come as a surprise. That's what I call unforeseen, and for sure there will be. Of course, someone will use AI as a weapon. As you can use dynamite to excavate galleries, you can put it also under the cars. The defense played a pioneer role in innovation. For example, drones and internet were first developed for military purposes and then flourished for civilian use. This also helps if at the end there are no wars, of course. AI has the potential to reshape future conflicts. It is already contributing efficiently in contemporary wars with intelligence and drones. Robots still have many technical limitations. I will mention only one: dexterity. Dexterity is the ability to perform tasks, especially with the hands. It measures agility, reflexes, and balance. Robots are not good in visual perception and dexterity, hand-eye coordination, and there's a grip problem. Before AI and robots will take all our jobs, I'm sure there will be a long period, maybe all our remaining lifetime, where humans will work with the technology. AI and robots will empower us, make us more productive and innovative, and it will be a proficient partnership before eventually we will be replaced entirely. This happened already several times in human history. In prehistorical times, Homo sapiens domesticated the wolf which became the dog. The dog has a smell 6,000 times more sensitive than the human one. They together created a powerful hunting machine where the dog smells the prey and the human kills it. Later, humans started to ride horses, increasing mobility, speed, and winning wars. Don't try to smell better than the dog or run faster than the horse. Find your differentiator, what you have and AI and robots have not. Don't compete with them where they are more capable than you. Pick up your battles. What can you do very well that AI and robotics cannot? Look at their weaknesses and at your strengths. AI so far demonstrated to be pretty weak in people skills like create empathy, building relationships, sales, I will say also initiative, high level of creativity, and of course, dexterity. A human can do that much better. Some people are optimists on AI, like Bill Gates, Andrew Ng, some not that much, like Elon Musk. I'm certainly on the positive side because I'm sure that benefits of AI will outpace the drawbacks. Let's meet in 30, 40, 50 years to double check if my prediction turned true. I really hope you will be still alive at that time just to see how it went. Meanwhile, I recommend embrace lifelong learning. You will need to update your skills several times in your lifetime. Start with AI now, but overall, embrace AI. Master it. Eat it for breakfast. It can save your job in the future, reinvent your career, or give you a competitive advantage. But be very open-eyed to the risks. Thank you.